Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 22 of Civilization 6 as the Inca, playing with the Gathering Storm DLC. Getting quite close now to that scientific victory, kind of at the stage now, and this is the problem that I have with games like this, and it affects me in things like EU4 as well. You get to a point when, once you know relatively well that you're going to win, you just kind of... You can just rush through. You're basically just clicking next turn, next turn, next turn. This government type loses a wild card policy slot. What is my government type actually? Let's just check that out because I can't remember. My government type is communism. I'll put one vote in there. I mean, it doesn't matter, you know, if we get it or not. Communism, we'll put one vote in there. Arms control. All players have their weapons of mass reduction set equal to the target players. Target player loses all of their weapons of mass destruction. I don't even think it really matters. I don't even know if anybody has them at this stage. Diplomatic victory. Chosen player gains 2 diplomatic victory points. We are going to vote for ourselves here. 450 is the biggest vote anybody has, which would be Teddy. So we do that, and we cannot be voted against on that one, I don't think. That is spending a lot of points. I mean, we could win a diplomatic victory. I don't think we need to worry about that. So that passed. I'm guessing everyone just voted for themselves is usually the way it goes. Yep, everyone just votes for themselves. Players have their set to Teddy's. Theocracy gains the thing. That's fine. It didn't really affect me as expected. So that's given me 2 more diplomatic victory points. Enemy spy escaped our city of Cusco. Don't know what he was... Oh, enemy disrupted rocketry. Bastards. So what does that put us on to our diplomatic victory points now? 14 of 20. That's pretty decent. Culture, still not likely to happen anytime soon. So Cusco, my spaceport needs to be repaired. It's a little bit annoying. We could build another spaceport down here. Let's go ahead and do it. Just want to have spaceports everywhere. If you've got plenty of cities that have a decent amount of production and you can build multiple spaceports, you do have the advantage that you can sort of move around where you build stuff, because that way it makes it harder for spies to disrupt it. Let's get a... they're all kind of pointless. Let's just go and throw one in here. Choose an escape route. By vehicle. No, we were caught. Trying to disrupt rocketry in Utrecht. You can continue going to Amsterdam, I suppose. We weren't spying anymore. It doesn't matter. The game's won. I mean, who cares if all the AI hates us, right? At this point, it just really doesn't matter. Is that a canal there? What's that that's been built? I thought canals could only be a single tile long. Oh, that's the Panama Canal. I see. The Panama Canal's the only one that can be 2 tiles long. Ah, fair enough. You're going to pop onto there.
I am willing to serve my country.
Can we move this yet? No, 5 more turns. Great works of writing mostly where they should be. Ski resort just being popped up there by the Cree of all people. I love how Nubia is constantly demanding that I give her money. It's like, we're not even on the same continent. You've got no military threat against me at all. So why even bother? Right, off-world mission. Because we need to do all of this. Choose a new civic. Carbon recapture. Get some envoys. And a diplomatic victory point. So let's go for that. What do we want to do here in Machu now? There isn't really a lot left for Machu to do at this point. Let's get a campus. I mean, we don't need the sites at this point. I'm just trying to keep cities busy. Keep the cities busy. Let's tell you to build the Sydney Opera House. It really doesn't matter. You can pop again.
If some wanderer leaving home.
Yeah, brilliant. As soon as those broadcast towers are finished, we can actually go ahead. That's 3 more era score. As soon as those broadcast towers are done, we can go ahead and get some more great works in those. You can go to Washington. It's a decent amount of coin. Cannot believe someone disrupted my rocketry. Well, those rock concerts that we can hear shouldn't be taking place in my land because we've got a policy that prevents that from happening. So what are we going to do down here? Could get another industrial zone up here because that would... I know we're losing a lot of food, but that would actually affect Cusco. 2 turns to complete the spaceport. Got some problems with housing. All of our alliances are intact. Now we will be able to start this at one of our other spaceports, so that will speed things up for us. Our governor is now established also. So that actually sped up the completion of the spaceport. So you're going to work on launching the exoplanet expedition. And you are going to do what? What are you going to do? You can get a spaceport as well. Actually get a hangar. You've already got an aerodrome. And let's go to Baltimore for all of that gold that we don't need. So in 2 turns we'll have off-world mission done. And then we should be able to start that at our other spaceport, hopefully.
Down through its history, only 3
There's the
people
stadium
have managed
done.
to silence the Americana.
2 amenities for each
Frank Sinatra.
city in my civilization. You're at Eindhoven. We need to gain sources first. And... yeah, let's get a library there. It's only a single turn. Angatom. Get the stock exchange. Choose an escape route. From New York. Buy a vehicle. Failed, but successfully evaded capture. That's cool. Get another wind farm. Also cool. Come on, game, don't let me down. Let's get a victory here one way or another. I don't even mind what type of victory it is. I hadn't noticed that the Kree had set up camp on this little island over here. They're actually building the Golden Gate Bridge.
After 11 days' passage in this violent flight, I perceived we began to approach another...
Yeah, they're building the Golden Gate Bridge here. Again, that's a valid thing, but it's between 2 land tiles, and it's got at least 1 sea tile either side of it. Interesting, it doesn't need to span between 2 land tiles that you own, because this one belongs to a city-state. So that is quite interesting. We might actually get to see, well, 37 turns for it to be built. We may or may not see that. Seasteads, let's get that worked on. So the question is, Matthew, you have a spaceport, correct? Yes. Can you work on... No. So even if you do have multiple spaceports and you have multiple things researched, you can't do one until you've done the other. So if we go into science, we are currently working on the launch exoplanet expedition. We can't even start on this one until that one's launched. So you can still only do one at a time, even if you've got multiple spaceports. Get a great merchant. And a great admiral that we'll never use. Our first great admiral, plus 3 era score. So what are you going to produce in the meantime? Let's go to water park here. Simply because we can get one in the lake. So we've got this guy. Now he does provide amenities that we don't really need, but we'll pop him anyway because he gives us 2 unique copies of it, or 2 copies of a unique resource. Let's build the armory here. Get the bank queued up. Cusco. This is a trader. Send you to Washington. 540 gold a turn now. Is just ridiculous. We can go ahead and do some offshore wind farms. Should be relatively decent tiles. You can just go into the city and go to sleep. We have no use for that Great Admiral at all. Can be run in any city with an industrial zone. When complete, the lifetime carbon emissions of the civilization are reduced by 50 and 30 diplomatic favours are earned. The project can even reduce your carbon debt to 0 and allow you to accumulate reductions against the global CO2 footprint. Awesome. So what have we got going on here? Another trader. So off to Cleveland for you. And yeah, let's go ahead and get the offshore wind farm. That's that builder all used up. Pingali can return to service. Where do we want to send you to? Sasa has decent science actually, so let's send you there. So in 4 turns, the launch exoplanet expedition will be complete. Still seems like a long time though, doesn't it? Also need to try and remember to move that great work around. As I said before, I don't really need to do it because I think we'll get a science victory before we get a culture victory. But I'll still go ahead and do it anyway. Everyone will just finish moving their units around. Please and thank you. Yep, there we go.
Fetter this malefactor to the
So, great works. We want to move this with that. That gives us a theming. Oh, theming is only 1 of 3. What does theming bonus have to be? The same theming bonus, doubling output when displaying objects of the same type from different artists. Don't really think we can do that. Displaying objects of the same type from different artists. They're the same artist. What if we swap these around? Do we have another landscape painting somewhere? We do. Oh. Why can't I get this theming bonus? Eop, Monet, Eop. Eop, Monet, Monet, El Greco. Eop, Monet, Monet. That is a landscape. There we go. Themed. Got the theming bonus on that one. Took a bit of messing around, but we got there in the end. Excellent. Choose a new civic. I mean, I guess we can just keep going into future civics to get governor titles and diplomatic favour, because we can just keep repeating that ad infinitum. Great musician. Still got one hanging around from before that I can't really use, but fine. University. Send an envoy. I guess we could work on some of the culture ones now. Probably won't take as long to catch up at the rate we're getting envoys. So you have no promotions. Netherlands, what are you doing anywhere? So you just don't know where they're going to be working on their project, really. We don't have a spy in Eindhoven anymore, so let's just go and send you there. We'll try and disrupt rocketry if possible. So we've got another great musician. We do actually have a couple of broadcast centres now. I know I could teleport these guys, but if I just move them manually, I won't have to deal with them for a few turns. I know that's counterproductive because I could just teleport them and then be done with them in a couple of turns anyway, but definitely at stage now where I'm just kind of going through the motions to win. What I should do with these videos for games like Civilization is start editing them. I know this is something like Marbazir, for example, has started doing now, where, you know, there's a lot of turns where you're not really doing much apart from general housekeeping and clicking next turn. So the ability to sort of just skip past a lot of that stuff might be ideal. Let me know what you think about that. If you prefer, you know, sort of editing out the turns where not an awful lot is going
Then
on.
you drive
Particularly
out
if you're doing a... we've disrupted... No, that's counter-spying. Particularly if you are if you're playing a sort of game where you're not having a lot of conflict, you know, battles and things like that. Future tech gives us what? Production in cities, so yeah, that's worth having. Let's get the military academy here. Let's keep with the trading. Alliance has expired with the Cree. We can get that back. World Congress has awarded us a diplomatic victory point. So let's be back to friends with you. 2 turns until the exoplanet expedition is launched. We get a golden era there. We get to make our dedication. Automation, giant death robots not using. Spies take no time to establish their presence in another civilization city. Time to complete all missions reduced by 25%. Useful. Or cities with governors receive 50% towards tourism from world wonders and 100% tourism to all national parks. I'm going to go for Bodyguard of Lies. Just make our spies faster at doing what they do. Let's get the airport here. You do have power, which is fine. Let's get the shopping mall for some extra amenities. Oh wow, just so many cities. This is the problem when you have a lot of cities. A lot of clicking buttons and just trying to get stuff sorted. Yeah, we'll sort all of these out later in terms of theming bonuses and stuff like that. You got there pretty quick, actually. I'm surprised by... I guess there's the mountain passes probably helped somewhat with that. I do remember when I started this particular campaign and I felt that my capital was like trapped in this little valley of mountains, which it kind of is, but it is really quite open now. It is still good defensive terrain though, I will give it that. And I am really enjoying the Gathering Storm DLC. I think it's really good. I like the disasters. Maybe they could be a bit more intense. I think I'm running this on intensity 4, maybe 3. Definitely not on the highest. +5 era score. Another great person, another great scientist. Triggers a Eureka moment for all technologies from the information era. I mean, is there really any point? I guess we can stop somebody else from getting in, but it's kind of pointless. Cusco's going to go straight on to the terrestrial laser station. Now, can anywhere else work on that? You can go work on carbon recapture. Launch large range laser station. Build terrestrial laser station. Yep, so there's a few different ones we can do here. Okay, you move down to there and pop. I think we need to get some more broadcast centers. So who is this? This is our great scientist. So do we even have any that we don't have boosts on? No, we've done them all. Let's stop somebody else getting it. So, you know, I like to just be mean and vindictive. I'm not sure there's anywhere else you can go. We need some more broadcast centers. I think there is a slot in there. So we'll get you into the capital. You probably just can't go in there because of the general. That's fine. Now, I need to get my alliance back with Cree. I mean, I don't need to, but I'm going to, if I remember. So we have a drought. Unfortunate.
I never think of the future.
Not the end of the world. So, civics tree. Yeah, we just... can we just keep repeating future civics? Well, we used to be able to. Maybe you have to do everything else first. Now, which one of these is which? So, requires aluminium to build construction, space race project which speeds up your exoplanet expedition by 1 light year per turn. This one, space race project which speeds up your exoplanet's expedition by 1. So they both do the same thing. Okay, so got plenty of aluminium, so we'll just keep doing these for now. You can work on carbon recapture also. Let's promote you. That one will be useful, but we need to go through this one to get it. But so we'll do that. The extra production would have been nice. You're going to go to sleep. You are going to go in there if you can. Can you not get in there? Yes, you can. There we go. I don't think we have to worry too much about theming bonuses. Let's have a quick look at the victories. So we're definitely on the last stage now of the science victory. Diplomatic victory, we're at 16 of 20. Culture victory, we'd still need 71 turns to win. Well, we're definitely going to get a science victory before that happens. Friends with Wilhelmina. Friends with India, as we were before. We're dominant over Spain. Yeah, so that's a couple of alliances that expired.
Even though the future seems far.
Let's go ahead and get those just re-upped. So we want a military alliance. Well, we've got the money, so why not? So that's with you. I don't know why I went and did that. Oh, India's cities might actually flip here because my my tourism's strong. Wilhelmina alliances. I think yours was a research alliance. And India, we want to be... Do you not want to be friends? I thought we said we wanted to be friends. Are we friends? Yeah, we are. It's just not showing it. Oh, no, it is friendship. So yours is a cultural alliance. There we go. Everything back where it was. Excellente. See, Future Tech we can just do over and over again. What does Future Tech give us? Just more production. Right. You can build a nuclear device. Most of the stuff that you can do now is kind of redundant. Let's go ahead and work. Oh, you've only got one valid tile for that, and it'll eat all of your production. Go and get the sewer. Disrupt rocketry in Eindhoven. I mean, they're building a flood barrier at the moment, so not that big of a deal. Have we got 2 spies in here? Just sabotage production. Just go for it. Let's just screw over the Netherlands. So we have got over the 20-minute mark of this video, but I'm very tempted. Oh, random rock band popping off when that's trying to happen. So yeah, I've got over the 20-minute mark, but I don't think it's worth going into another video just to finish this series off, because I really think that we can get this done relatively quickly. Build terrestrial laser station. 1 turn left until complete. So that's that one done. We might have some more going off. Can we just keep building these? Decent power here, so let's do that. Yeah, we're just going to get these done wherever we can, really. What can you work on just to keep you busy? I mean, you could get a spaceport, I suppose. Not going to need it. This shouldn't take long at all. You can get the military academy. What are we up to now? Science victory is where we're heading. So we're currently travelling at 2 light years per turn. And we've travelled 3 light years. So 25 turns. But we are increasing that speed with every single one of these projects that we build. So I'm guessing it probably won't take more than 10 turns. We'll keep building them as quick as we can. Why am I ever going to give you 4 gold per turn for nothing? You know, I don't even think you've ever set foot on my continent. Permanent coast flooding. Not affecting me. Funnily enough, it's the Netherlands that are getting flooded out here. They've gone really, really mad with these solar plants. And they've lost quite a lot of land there with a lot of things. So there's another laser station. And another one. And another one.
There is nothing like a dream.
There's Future Tech done again. Renew our mission. So we'll just keep working on Future Tech. And wherever we can, we just keep working on whichever one of these is faster. We might get a radioactive leak here in Cusco, so we've got to recommission the nuclear reactor. You can recapture carbon. An enemy spy escaped from somewhere. Machu. It's recommending that we redo your reactor as well before it starts exploding. 6 turns to get another laser station. That's a long time, but we'll do it. You can work on carbon recapture. So what are we up to now? 5 light years per turn. So we're already less than 10 turns. Because we've got to do 50 light years and we're moving at 5 per turn. But we've already done 7, so...
This, though best beloved.
Civic completed. Again. Is there anything there that's useful? I thought one of these... Cities with a spaceport gain extra aluminium per turn. Yeah, don't really need that. That's alright then. Choose a Civica. Let's just start backfilling them, I guess. Claim a great person. We can get another great... I'm just going to pass on. There's absolutely no point taking these great people right now. Let's start recommissioning these nuclear power plants. It looks like they really want to blow up, so we don't want that happening. You can build a broadcast center. And I'm just basically going to blast through these next 10 or fewer turns as quickly as possible. Because the game is won at this point. Quite frankly, you know, it doesn't really matter about spies and stuff. I'm going to do these promotions though. We'll re-up our alliance with you, which is an economic alliance. Not that we need it. So choose a production. Is this Cusco? Yes, it is. So you're going to work on... It doesn't really matter which of these you do because while we've got the aluminium, we might as well just keep doing it. 3 turns to get these. So yeah, I'm guessing probably about 6 or 7 turns and we'll be done. Climate change is quite high now. Look at the CO2 levels. It is mostly me, actually. I'm pumping out more CO2 than anybody. Mostly from coal. So I still have a few coal power plants around that I should probably recommission.
Like a dream. Over himself. Over.
That's disrupting rocketry. Worked well. Future tech again. We'll just work on whatever. I guess that one. Oh, we can do future civics. I thought when I tried to do this before, it wouldn't let me click Future Civics again. No, it doesn't let me click on it there, but it does let me click on it there. That's weird. This looks like a bug that might not have been found. Let's do the recommission there. Carbon recapture here. You are not doing anything useful, really, are you? There is so little for you to do. Just build a nuke, just to keep you busy. We can change our government type, but we're not going to. We can siphon funds from the Netherlands, so let's do that. Let's neutralise the governor as well. Let's just completely sort of screw them over there. You are going to stay there and counter-spy in the capital. Okay, come on, game. We're so close to being finished now. This is going to be a very easy and straightforward win. Definitely next time I play this, it'll be on a higher difficulty level than this. Where are we in terms of this happening? We are 27 out of 50 light years, so we are more than halfway there. We're travelling at 5 light years per turn, so that's fewer than 5 turns as it currently stands. I'm not even bothered if the nuclear power plants explode at this point. Really doesn't make that much of a difference. Somebody's disrupting... Oh, somebody tried to disrupt my rocketry. There's another one launched. There's another one launched. There's another one launched. So that puts our current speed up to 8 light years per turn. And we need 18. So 3 more turns and we will have done this. Choose a production. Cusco. You can work on another one. I mean, we really don't need to, but just whistling through as fast as we can. Out of aluminium there, so we'll do the powered ones. You do carbon recapture. Spy. Oh, you got a promotion. Counter spy better. What's this one? For the first time, one of your spies has reached maximum promotion level. +3 era score. Again, not that it really matters. The Netherlands earned a great merchant. Isn't going to help them. So very close to winning this now. We're doing future tech again. Let's have a quick look here. So we need 10 more light years and we're currently getting 8 per turn. So 2 more turns we will have won. Culture. Yeah, we're still nowhere near winning. Diplomacy 16 of 20. I mean, we have got this. We are literally 2 turns out from a win here. So we're just going to go and get this done. You can recommission your reactor because you've got nothing better to do. This is a spy. And you're supposed to be counter-spying in the capital. Not sure what's happening there. It's like it's not letting me do it. It's been a bit weird. Just going to refuse any deals and any things that come up from the AI at this point. Because they just really aren't needed. Back to me. That one launches. That will just mean we've got 1 turn remaining now. So if we just have a quick look back at Science Victory, we only need 2 more light years and we're getting 9 per turn. So this will basically be the game won, essentially. That's it. We have now won. Game over. Science Victory, a little bit boring. I appreciate there wasn't much combat. It didn't help that I kind of abandoned this particular game for quite a while in the middle of this campaign. I am very interested to start again from the beginning.
Our ancestors did ages ago. We thrust forward into the unknown. The first
play on a high difficulty level with this expansion. This was really the first game that I started with the expansion, so it was a great way for me just to try and work out, you know, how this expansion worked. So, no, I like it. We've seen this before, so we'll skip through that. Don't really need to have a look at the timeline. Have a just quick look at the graphs. Buildings constructed. Yeah, where's science? That's what we really want to have a look at. Player culture. I mean, we were massively ahead of everybody in culture. Player faith. I mean, I was nowhere near the highest faith, but I had so much of it by the end because I didn't have any religion. Player science. Massively ahead of the AI. You know, even governor titles were pretty high up there. Gold, just I wasn't even spending any. The AI spends it relatively straight, you know, often. I wasn't bothering, but I did enjoy the game. I did, like I said, it did suffer from getting towards the end and just going through the motions, so definitely need to play it on a high difficulty level. But I do thank you guys for watching, sticking around for this series. Thank you very much. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.